Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Rental Robert with the Hustle Nation. We're all about some financial independence. And what are we doing this weekend? We are over here in New Orleans, taking a little time off. I know it's hard to believe that I'm doing that, but I am. So we came over there's a guy on social media. His name is Gerald Peter, okay? He's all about financial independence, helping other people reach their dreams and everything. And he mainly uses two things: real estate and stocks. He's a trader, okay? And he's got a formula, so to speak, that you watch and you pick out some stocks and then it'll move sideways and do this and do that and everything like that. And you know, if you've been following me, I'm not a stock guy, okay? There's one stock I purchase, and that's just because they pay a great dividend quarterly. And so I leave my money in there so that it's outpacing inflation, okay? Because if you got your money sitting in the bank, and here's the thing though, is I do recommend 3 to 6 months within fingertip reach. What I mean is within 30 minutes, okay? That money that I buy that stock with, it takes me about a week and a half to be able to get it. You know, I put in the order and boom, then a check arrives in the mail 7 to 10 days later. So, but I do recommend 3 to 6 months living expenses within 30 minutes, whether that's, you know, sitting in a bank, or if it's cash, you know, or a mason jar in the backyard, whatever, but I do suggest that, okay? So, having to do with Gerald, he had a guest on the show, the Day Trade Professor. Look him up on Instagram, okay? And so they talked a lot about trading, and here's the thing. You hear me harp on this all the time. Focus and discipline. And both of these things require consistency. Day trade, that's what he talked about, consistency. Because the market is volatile. It's going to have its ups and downs, and that's how you make your money, okay? But the thing about it is that people freak out. It's like, you know, Bitcoin was, I forgot, like $40,000 within the last, 30, 60 days. And then boom, it tanked. It was down to, I want to say 34, 30, or 42, somewhere in there, okay? And then it shot back up. So if you bought it and held on to it for 2 weeks, you'd have made $8,000 for every Bitcoin that you had, okay? Because you rode the storm out, okay? You got to cut the emotion out of this investing game, because that's what gets us all messed up. So regardless, I just wanted to show you some of the things that took place last night. It was a nice informal setting. Everybody was real cool to hang out with, talk and everything. Some people are wholesalers. They got real estate going. Some of them are traders. You know, I met a guy who was 23 years old. He's got 1 Bitcoin already at 23. I'm like, geez, man, this guy's going to be 35 and be a multimillionaire and never have to work another day in his life. He'll be able to wake up whenever he wants to. So, if any of that kind of stuff interests you, or maybe that doesn't, but the ability to send your kids to any college that you choose, or that you got a grandparent or a parent that you're having to take care of, or you need to get additional medical care, guess what? Money will all help that, okay? Being rich is hard, being poor is hard, choose your hard. Now here's some of what took place last night.
We still dealing with debt with you.
No.
You got 80,000 in debt. You're talking about trading that fucking crypto coin.
You can't. I tell people that.
You can't. It ain't gonna
No,
work.
no.
I mean, you can play with it, but I bet you don't get anywhere with
No,
it.
I tell people that if you're in debt, you shouldn't even be trading cryptocurrency or stocks. Hell no. Because every dollar you lose, oh man, I could have put that I could have gotten my debt out.
That was what I was gonna say. That you talk about that. I could have done.
Yeah.
When it comes to losing money. Let's say you lose $300 and you're like, I could have done this with that money.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you start saying that, you're no longer committed to trading.
It's over.
You're already somewhere.
Not gonna become rich. Yeah, people come on my live. I'm like, if you're talking about cheddar, go away from me. Unfollow. I'm not gonna make you rich by the end of the month. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what I mean.
On that, I would add, like, unrealistic. Like, who's the greatest trader ever? I would say it's Jim Collins. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He runs the Quantum Fund. He was a math teacher at MIT. Brilliant man. Didn't even start trading until he was 47. I think he's worth like $80 billion.
The guy who everything is not.